Hello, and welcome to today's practice. My name is Sam, and this is the Bright Moons Yoga channel. Today we're doing a standing flow, which is nice if you don't want to put any pressure on your wrists, if you don't want to be down on your hands and knees, but you still want to do a yoga flow for your practice. You won't need special props for this, although you'll probably want a surface like a yoga mat to practice on, one that's comfortable and non-slip. You can also practice near the wall or have a chair nearby or other sturdy piece of furniture if you want some extra support for balancing and stability. Thanks for checking out this practice today. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, consider giving this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more of these standing flows. So we'll start today standing in Tadasana. Your feet can be about hip-width apart, maybe a little bit wider. You might have a bend in your knees. You might be at the wall just for some extra support, or have a chair nearby, one that's nice and sturdy that you can use if you need to. And take a deep breath in and out. Next breath in, reach your arms down, around, and up overhead, reaching for the ceiling. And exhale, press the air away. And inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, release. And take one more. And inhale, arms reach up. This time as you exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back, coming into chair pose. Your hands can be wherever's comfortable. For some people that's up overhead. That might be with your hands at your heart. Maybe arms in front of you or holding a chair if you'd like. Hold for 2 more breaths. And then release back up to standing. And shift your weight over to your left leg and draw your right knee up. You can also hold underneath your leg here. And circle through your ankle. Point and flex through your foot, finding some movement, warming up the ankle and foot. And if you'd like, you might stretch your leg out in front of you and hold. And then release back down to standing. Shake it out a little. And then shift over to the right foot and draw your left knee up. And same thing on this side. You can always hold underneath your knee and circle through your ankle. And point and flex through your foot. Maybe you stretch your leg out in front of you. It can also be low to the ground. And release. Coming back to Tadasana. Take a deep breath in and out here. If you're not already, come to the top of your mat. Start to shift your weight over to your left foot. As you inhale your arms up, and right knee lifts up. And then exhale, step your right foot back, coming into a high lunge. Feel free to use the wall here for some support. And if you feel unsteady, you can always lower your hands, placing them down by your foot. You can also always lower onto your back knee. Hold for 1 more breath. Shift back up. You might lift your right knee up and hold, and then release back to Tadasana. And take the other side, shifting your weight over to the right. Inhale and draw your left knee up. And then exhale, step your left foot back. Taking a nice high lunge. And again, it's okay to use a support here. This can be a kind of tricky one to come into from standing, so just doing that however is best for you today. Inhale in, And then exhale back up to Tadasana. Maybe lift your left knee up and release down. Shake it out if you'd like. Maybe grab some water. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Arms come out in a T. And then inhale up through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Hold for a breath or two. And now moving with your own breath. Inhale up through center. And exhale, twist. And inhale. And exhale, twist. Take one more on each side, moving with your own breath. Then inhale your arms up. And exhale, release down. Coming to your Tadasana. Again, coming to the top of the mat if you aren't already. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you shift over to the left foot and draw your right knee up. And then step your right foot back, this time into a warrior one. So warrior one on the left toes stay pointed forwards, bend through your left knee, and your right toes are pointing about halfway between front and side. Whatever feels most comfortable on your ankle. You might reach your arms up overhead. If you have any low back pain in this area, try widening your stance. Sometimes we might practice this in a straight line. See if you can step your feet side to side a bit. See if that helps with your low back. If not, otherwise feel free to skip this and instead come into a high lunge like we did earlier. And take one more breath here. And then pivot on your back foot and press up to standing in Tadasana. Option 2, lift your right knee up and balance. And then release, coming to Tadasana. Maybe shake it out. Take a breath in and out in between here. You can always take more time if you'd like. When you're ready, shift over to the right foot. Draw your left knee up as you inhale. And then exhale, step your left foot back, coming into warrior one on the right. Bending through your right knee, right toes point forwards. And your left toes are somewhere in the middle of front to side, maybe about halfway in between. Again, you might take a wide stance, hip width apart or wider, playing around with what feels best for you today. Or feel free to take another high lunge. And one more breath here. And then pivot on your back foot. Press up to Tadasana, maybe lifting your left knee. And then release to Tadasana, taking at least a breath here, maybe more. And then we'll come into tree pose, and you can stay where you're at or move closer to a support. And starting with your feet about hip width apart, and shift your weight over to your left foot. And start to draw your right foot up. You might keep your right toes on the ground, just placing your right foot at your left ankle. You might take your right foot to your left calf, or maybe up above your knee. And your hands might be up overhead, maybe out in a T, maybe at your heart. And it's okay to come out of this, come back in. And then releasing when you're ready, taking the other side, shifting over to the right, drawing your left foot up, maybe keeping your toes on the ground, maybe bringing your foot to your calf or up above your knee. Notice the difference between both sides here. Do you feel more stable on one side than the other? Does one side just feel better than the other? And then release back down to Tadasana, shake it out. And we'll take one more flow. If you're feeling tired, feel free to skip it. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, sit back in chair pose. Inhale. As you exhale, release back up to standing. On the next inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. And release back to center. One more, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, press the air away. Bringing your hands to your heart. Taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. Come back to your breath. You can make your way down to a seat if you'd like. Take some stretches, maybe a shavasana. If you'd like to take a little bit more time to stretch, feel free to check out this practice here. Thank you for sharing your practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have a great rest of your day.